Okay, Marek, so we're going to go over your lesson here, and it was nice to have you come out today. Now, kind of the biggest place to start, because we're going to try to make it in 3 basic principles. First off, we have a little issue with what your weight was doing, so I'm just going to kind of run this film and take this about halfway back, and you'll see that your weight moved back, your left knee is moving inward, and if I take this swing back to right about here, you'll see that the knee is more forward. Okay, the head is staying in the center, and your head is moved inward slightly. So everything's moved slightly to the right. So your knees moved in a little bit more. Okay? Now, kind of what happens is you've moved your weight to the right and you've lifted your arms up, and you can see the length of your backswing is at almost maximum, and you lose this, all your angles, so you start increasing all these angles. In fact, you even bend your left arm. So a lot of that's just due to not tilting the shoulders enough and not keeping your weight forward. So we want to keep 60% of your weight forward at the top, with the head staying in the middle of the feet instead of going to the right. So consequently, on the way down, you have to start moving forward in order to hit the ball. And what that does is that pulls your arms out, because you got to move your head forward and your knee forward. And you'll see a little difference here. So from the halfway down point, weights move forward, the left shoulder stayed down. So you can see the shoulder pitch, and you can see your shoulders over here on the left are too far back. So your upper axis is actually back here. Okay. Here, this upper axis is a little bit more over the ball. Now, as you move forward, you'll see that where Mike's getting here, his upper axis is forward, but his hips are forward, and his knees moved even more forward. And then for you, you start to stand up because you're going to hit the ground because you've shifted your arms out. This is a lot of stuff that we went over. And then you have to uncock your wrist to give yourself room. And then we have a little bit of a breakdown of the left wrist. Okay? And there's your stand-ups. Everything's back. So it's kind of like Jeff Ogilvy, except for Ogilvy goes into a roll right here with his wrists and early extends his hips. Alright? Okay, now we're going to go to the next one here. And we'll just run through this so you can kind of see it. Your arms go up and out. Okay, you can see that. The shaft's pointing over here. All this stuff gets fixed, by the way, by just tilting and taking your arms inside, so don't need to read too much into it. Arms go long, weight's back, and then halfway down you can kind of see how now the club's angle is a little steeper, left arm is more out. Now you got to start standing up, tilting back, and getting the face to come over to catch it. And this is one of the reasons why we had a little issue. I watched you hit 10 balls before even doing anything, just to see if we had any pattern of start line, curvature, contact. So, and we pretty much had, quite frankly, quite a bit going on. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this one. This is one of the changes, and all we did was we had you feel like you kept your weight forward, tilted to the left, and brought your arms inside. That's it. No change. Downswing, keep your left shoulder down, keep your weight going forward. And now, as you can see, coming down, do this, boom, boom. See the difference in where your left arm is parallel to the ground. So now your left arm is more inside, and this one's more out. body, a little more stability. Now these arms are getting away from you, which when you see that, that's when you start to see that your upper axis is tilting. And you're straightening up. And this one you're straightening up just a little bit and rolling your arms just a little bit, but you hit down on the ball better and you control the face a little bit better. Okay? Now you can see how your arms kind of been on the follow through here. That's fine. That's what it is. But here's the feeling you're going to have. So this is you. I just stopped it at coming to the backswing. We're trying to do these on very short, dynamic punch type shots. Left arm in, weight forward, left shoulder down. Left arm is in. See that? Weight's going forward. Oh, look, club's shallowing. Okay. So if anybody says this is steep, I'll tell you what, the one on the left is not steep, the one on the right is. So forward, forward, arm stretching out, feet going forward, right leg straightening out. Okay? Let's play that in full speed, you can kind of see it. Alright, pretty good. Alright, so you kind of see the difference on how your body's working here. See that? Legs most bent. Legs straightening out after you hit it. Arms stretching out. Face square. Keep your inclination to the ground. This one you're really extending, standing up. Alright, the one on the right you got to hit a lot of balls and practice a lot. On the left, not as much. Alright, so hopefully this makes sense. Definitely check your video. If you have any questions while you're over in Poland, make sure that, because I probably won't see you until you come to your next business trip out here, make sure that you send some video over on the internet. Okay? Thanks. Okay, 3 words. Arms in, maximum, tilt, punch. There's your draw.